Hello, and we're just a few hours away from the start of the Bulldog. This is the biggest regatta on closed water in Europe, and we're here to present you the Richard Mille 028. This is a diving watch, and I think you'll soon understand why we chose this race to experiment a diving watch. And I present you Iki. She's my boat. I've had it with my best friend for many, many years, and tomorrow we're going racing under the rain.
Don't waste your time and don't you dare waste mine, 'cause there'll be plenty more.
More than 500 boats take part at the Bulldog, which starts in Geneva and goes all the way on the other side of the lake before returning back. Lake conditions can be really tricky and weather be very, very local. And this year we knew that there would be a lot of rain on the way, but as long as the wind is with us, then, well, that's fine. So off we go for what will be a very long race. Being totally soaked for many hours sounded like a good occasion to talk about the diving watch from Richard Mille. And also because when we hear about the brand, one often thinks about its iconic tonneau-shaped watches, such as the legendary RM11, but Richard Mille has been doing round watches since a few years already. In the diving collection of the brand, you will find 3 different models: the RM032 with chronograph function, the RM025, a tourbillon version, and the RM028 is the simplest of the one, but as you can expect with Richard Mille, nothing is simple. So racing continued, and yes, the rain as well. But we could still enjoy the nice scenery, and I was just hoping that wind would not let us down. The RM028 is water resistant to 30 atmosphere, meaning 300 meters, and as with almost Richard Mille watches, the watch case is made out of 3 different parts, but this time held together by using 12 special torque screws found on the exterior part of the case in order to guarantee this depth resistance. We finally made it to the end of the lake. Weather improved for a while, but the wind died too, and it became an even longer race. But that's part of the charm of the lake and requires you to stay pretty zen and accept Mother Nature's will. Coming back on some technical aspect of this automatic watch, it features the brand's variable geometry rotor, meaning that you can adapt with 6 different positions the rotor's inertia, depending on the user's wearing habit. This is not something you can perform yourself and needs to be done by a proper watchmaker, as it is reachable only by opening up the watch. The RM028 features 2 barrels with a special winding system optimized for long-term performance of the watch, and with all Richard Mille watches, the movement is skeletonized, which naturally gives it a very technical feel to it. In terms of indications, you'll find hour, minute, second hands, as well as a date indicator at 7 o'clock.
And as a diving watch, it features a unidirectional bezel that you activate by pressing 2 buttons simultaneously at 12 and 6 o'clock.
It comes in a 47mm case, so it's quite big, but since it's done almost all in titanium, case, lugs, and many parts of the movement, including bridges, base plates, it's very light and comfortable with its rounded case, next to the lugs and rubber strap. I wore it for the entire race and I have rather small wrist. Nevertheless, this watch sat really nicely on my arm and did not disturb me one moment with all the maneuvering we had to perform during the race. So with the night almost behind us and after a massive storm, we finally managed to reach the finish line, but the fact of having been caught up in absolutely no wind condition for almost 5 hours in the early stages of the night really did hurt us in terms of end result. Well, it doesn't matter, it was my birthday and I was just happy that we were finally back at the base and we could all finally go to sleep.